Also, before we go any further, do you know what? I'm going to plug it because it's my own company and I want to do it. If you want some nice summer t-shirts to take away on your holidays for a low price of only starting at £15, go and check out mostroclothing.co.uk. Get your hands on some nice t-shirts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Yes, June has been a poor month for videos. The uploads have been shocking. They've been scarce. They've been all over the place. But, do you know what? We're going to try our best to fart some videos out early next week or so. Keep an eye on my Twitter because I've got a few video ideas that I'm going to be needing Twitter support with. I say a few, I mean one. And we'll hopefully get to do that. But today we're here to talk about some Celtic transfer news. Yes, the Celtic transfer talk series is back for the summer. Obviously a big transfer window ahead for Celtic. We've kind of spoke about it. I made the Celtic tier video a little while ago where I kind of spoke about who we should keep, who we should sell, who's a backup, blah 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 blah. You know the structure, the link will be in the description. Make sure to go and watch that because a lot of my views on players and such, and a lot of my views in this whole transfer window have kind of been summarised in that video. And I don't want to kind of rehash it all and come over it all again. You know, I don't want to go on about how I feel like the team needs reinvestment, it needs redone. If I have to quickly sum it up for the people who haven't seen my past videos towards the end of last season, if I was to sum up this transfer window for Celtic, briefly I'd put by saying Celtic need improvement. We've lost a lot of players. We need to improve in areas. We need good depth in our squad. A lot of loan players are leaving. We'll probably utilise the loan system yet again and bring in some more players by loan. But we should also be aiming to spend some money and get some players in. We need to invest in everywhere in the park, really. I think we need full-backs. We need centre-backs. We need another striker in there. We probably need a winger. We need a good few players in this team, whether or not they're first team quality or just there for depth. We need to bring in some players, freshen it up a little bit, and show we've got intentions to go and win 10 in a row. But today we're here to talk about two men in particular, one who has just joined Celtic and one who could be on the way out of Celtic. And I think the best place to start is probably with the man who's just joined Celtic yesterday, or not really Celtic comment on the matter, Motherwell confirming that David Turnbull could be on his way to Celtic as they have agreed a transfer fee with Celtic finally for the transfer of David Turnbull, all now down to personal discussions, medicals, etc, etc. So it's pretty much a done deal. I don't see why David Turnbull now at this point would turn back Celtic, to knock them down. I was meant to say turn down and knock them back, I done it the wrong way about. I don't see why he would. Obviously he's getting a chance to move to the biggest team in the country, advance his career a lot. And let's just hope that he's making the right career decision, and let's hope that Celtic make it the right career decision, because we're looking at a situation now where we could bring this young guy in who has had a magnificent season at Motherwell, who looks to be a great young player, a great young Scottish player as well. We have the chance to develop him into a big player for us. You know, you look at what we've done with the likes of Scott Brown and what we're doing with Callum McGregor and such, the way we've developed them, we could do that with him. But also at the same time, we've got a squad, we've got a plethora of central midfielders, which means he could easily turn into another Scott Allen, which is a horrible thought, and I hope it doesn't happen, but it could, just purely down to the quality and depth that we have in the middle of the park right now. Now we're not spending mega bucks on him, but one thing I like about this transfer, my opinion on David Turnbull, in all honesty, is quite unclear as a player himself. My opinion on the actual signing, I'm not too sure about, because if I have to be completely and brutally honest, I have barely seen David Turnbull play. You don't see a lot of Motherwell games as a Celtic fan. You don't see a lot of Motherwell games as a non-Motherwell fan. Put it that way. You know, they're not televised a lot. David Turnbull has not really had any massive performances against Celtic that I've seen. He's not had any Scotland appearances. Someone who I've not managed to see play a lot. You know, sports scene can only show you so much of each player, especially as a central mid. But from central midfield, he's contributed to goals. He's contributed to overall play. And he was up for Young Player of the Season. So you know for a fact that you are getting a good young player here. So I guess that is, I guess a lot of positives on the side of my opinion of getting the player. The negatives is, I believe that last year we could have paid £1 million more and got now a Premier League player and Championship Player of the Season. Yes, I'm still going to be sour about it. Yes, if you don't agree with me, fuck off. I'm joking, don't actually. John McGinn could have signed last year. We refused on it. That annoys me still, but I'm not going to compare everybody to John McGinn, okay? I'll stop being so sour about it, right? I guess there's a lot of positives on that side of things. The negatives is just, I just don't know enough about him. I've not seen him play enough. But you know, one massive positive is the point I was going to come on to. One positive that I'm really feeling optimistic about is the fact that I've actually splashed a bit of money on him, and we have paid the fee that Motherwell wanted, because obviously a couple of weeks ago we heard the news that we did actually bid for him, and it was an insulting offer to Motherwell, and part of me was thinking, and a lot of Celtic fans were thinking the same situation with McGinn was going to happen, and they were going to want, what, £1 million more than Celtic were going to go. Well, no. And we were going to be stingy about it. We weren't willing to spend money. But maybe by spending this £3 million on David Turnbull could be a sign of what to expect for the rest of the transfer window. Will we see us now pay money for players? Will we utilise the money which is there in Dermot Desmond, in Peter Lawwell's pocket, in the board's pocket? Will we actually utilise it and improve the squad and spend on players that, you know, the teams are demanding? You know, will we go and spend that money? Now, let's not get our hopes up, because the first thing I said when we signed Turnbull yesterday to my pals was, let's hope that's no 33% of the budget gone, because I wouldn't be surprised if we are only getting about £9-10 million to spend. So, I mean, you know, one half of me is like, yes, maybe it's a sign of ambition, maybe it's a sign of things to come, maybe we're going to spend money this transfer window, but then the other 50% of me is, Ryan, don't get your fucking hopes up, we'll do this and we'll do shag all else, we'll get a bunch of loan signings and a lot of shite. Yeah, it's a really split, you know, opinion right now, but only time can tell, and hopefully we go on to sign more players over the next week or so, or hopefully we get to hear more stories. I already have passed tons of stories on Twitter about players we're getting linked with, and players who have shown interest, players who are visiting Parkhead and blah blah blah. But there's only so much you can take from Twitter. You've got to take everything with a pinch of salt, you know, and nothing. It's a lot of shite you see a majority of the time. Until I hear it coming from Hugh Keevan's mouth, then that's when I start believing stuff. But David Turnbull has signed for Celtic. Well, close to sign. It's not official yet, but it pretty much will be done. £3 million plus some extra bonuses, I believe, for Motherwell, including maybe a sell-on fee, and I think it's something like 250 grand after so many appearances. Motherwell are getting their money's worth out. I think Gogsy will be quite annoyed that they're selling their best players. Obviously, Hasty and Turnbull both gone now, but he can be happy with £3 million. So a lot of money for Motherwell. It's game changing for them. That is the player coming in. Let's talk about the player going out who looks to be leaving in that central midfield area. So obviously we have that depth. We've brought in Turnbull. We've got Scott Brown. We've got Callum McGregor. We've got Tom Rodgick. We've got Ryan Christie. We've got Aburi Kouassi. And we've got Olivier Ntcham. Or do we have Olivier Ntcham? Olivier Ntcham could be leaving the club this summer. Now, if you remember my tier video a couple of weeks ago, Olivier Ntcham has become a very touchy subject on social media. I think there's a very split set of fans, people who love Ntcham, treating Ntcham like the way I treated Dembele and such, and then the people who are saying get rid of him, he's shite. Now, I am very much in the middle of those two groups. I don't really agree with any of the statements. I probably sway towards the side of he's a better player more, because he's a fantastic player. There's no denying that. When he plays his best football, you're looking at one of the best players in the country. He's remarkably good. When he's fully fit and when he's playing his best, he's a player that, yes, Celtic on paper shouldn't be wanting or should not be affording to lose. That's the reality of it all. But at the same time, we've got that depth, and if we get the price that Celtic want, which we might not get, let's be honest, it's a lot of money. Celtic want in the region of 15 to 17 million euros. If we can get that money, as I said in my tier video, I'm sticking to what I said in that, and I defended Ntcham, I defended the quality of player he is, and that he is a key guy. I did defend that, and I did say that in that video. But if we get money like that, I don't see why or how we can turn that down. Now, I know a lot of people don't agree with me in that. It's a very controversial. People on Twitter have been getting slaughtered. I've stayed quiet. You know, people on Twitter have been getting slaughtered about saying, yes, let him go, fuck off. I'm not desperate to see him go. I'm just saying, if we do get a substantial bid such as 15 to 17 million euros, I think we should take it, because I believe right now, in the state of football, in the state of Scottish football, there's only so far a player can go in transfer value and how good they look before they start going down. I think if Ntcham was to consistently play amazing for the next year or two, if we kept him to 10, I don't think his value would go up any higher. If anything, I think it might go down, because people go, that's just Scottish football, he's not worth that much, he's just looking that good. But the fact that he came in his first season at Celtic, played unreal, and then, you know, his value just rose and rose, because, you know, he's coming from Manchester City as well. People, clubs and that, remember stuff like that. I don't see it just rising and rising and rising. I think there will be a point, especially if his fitness issues keep up. Obviously, the last season just passed there, we've seen him in and out of the team with injury. If that continues to happen, he's not going to get to play as much. He'll get favoured by other players, and his value will just continue to drop. So why not capitalise on a 15 to 17 million euro bid if we do get it? Now, realistically, we'll probably get about 10 million euros if someone does come knocking for him. At that, would I accept it? it depends where the rest of where the money's going. For me, if Neil Lennon knows and Peter Lowell know they're willing to reinvest the money, let them go. If it's not going to happen, keep them. But obviously we don't know that. Us fans don't know that. We don't know what happens with the money at Celtic. We've been complaining about it for years, so it's really a hard situation to talk about. People are saying that he's unfollowed everybody on the social media sites, on Instagram. He's deleted the club and such. God knows how much truth there is to it, because I've also seen people saying they never even followed him in the first place on Instagram, and he's not that active and this, that, and the next thing. Who cares? We'll find out over the coming days. If the money is there, for me, I'd take it. I think we can improve. I think we can get other players around the park where we already have a great depth in centre mids. He's a fantastic player though, and to lose him, yes, it would hurt. But if we improve everywhere else in the squad and utilise the money we get from big ifs, then I don't mind losing him as much. And I think there's a lot of sense in that, what I'm saying. Anyway, that about does it for the first episode of Celtic Transfer Talk 2019-20. I'm a year ahead of myself there. If you've enjoyed, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. And I'll see you all next time.